Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Locker Room Talk with your host, BucosLocker. Subscribe channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. Shouts out to all the Powers and C-Bands. Shouts out to everybody in the Bucs community that support this channel and support the team. Hopefully everybody's got their mind right. Hopefully everybody has calmed down, has taken a deep breath, taken a chill pill, relaxed. No need to panic. Think bigger picture. But we still got the Bucs. Still got to play a game though. They still got to play the game. Bucs are 6-3, heading into a Monday Night Football matchup with the New York Giants, you want to call them, the G-Men. The G-Men, of course, is under 500. The Bucs coming into this game at 6-3, leaders of the NFC South, and we have a primetime game with the Giants. Well, we kind of know what happened last year with the Giants and the Bucs. It was a fun game to watch, interesting game. Joe Judge had his troops ready. The Giants gave the Bucs a really tough matchup. Similarly built like the Redskins. They got a solid defense. They're not an explosive defense, but they solid, right? They got some guys. They got some guys on their defense now. That's not act like they don't have anybody. Dexter Lawrence. They got Leonard Williams, who's having to redeem his career. They got the rookie from Georgia at outside pass pressure. They got Bradbury. So they got some guys on that defense that we can't sleep on. And we slept on the Reds. We slept on the Washington football team, and you've seen what happened with the situation. So you cannot think that the Giants are going to be an easy walk in the park, because every Sunday, any given Sunday, the Bucs can lose. Any team can lose. So hopefully the Bucs they're a little bit healthier. Unfortunately, Antonie Brown is still not ready. Also, Richard Sherman is not re-injured himself pre-game warm-up, I believe, injured calf. Let's just talk about that for a second. Let's just go ahead and say Richard Sherman was I don't know why that signing was strange when it happened. I mean, I was okay with it, but this was the concern about signing Richard Sherman, and his body just won't hold up. No matter how much we try to spin this narrative of Richard Sherman can help the team on the field, apparently he can't. Maybe he can survive and hold off into the playoffs, but the dude's body just can't hold up, man. Like, what else can you say about that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's old. I mean, he's young in normal years, but as far as football years, man, he's old. I'm not saying he's washed. Well, I hate to say that he's washed. I mean, because he's still a decent guy, but I just don't see him being a significant player moving forward in the next few weeks. Of course he's going to be on the injured reserve, but even when he's back, I told y'all, when we get healthy again in our secondary, I just don't see him playing a lot. I think that signing was more of a talk to the guys signing. The Bucs literally just paid for him to just talk. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like the Bucs just paid him to talk. They didn't really pay him to play. They wasn't expecting much out of Richard Sherman. I wasn't expecting much out of him. A veteran guy, give the guys a boost of confidence, give them some pointers, because that's what you're basically paying him for. You're not really paying him to actually be productive. I mean, he's not going to be productive for the Bucs. The Bucs threw that money at him, and it's a free ride. You know what I'm saying? We all are looking at it like, was that a bad move for the Bucs to put money into Richard Sherman, knowing that he's old, and now he's injury prone. Now he can't even stay on the field now, so it's a concern. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see him playing really that much in the regular season. I think he's going to try to make a push for the postseason, and he's going to probably play a role in the postseason. But Don't expect him to do anything in the regular season, folks. Let's just get that out the way. So going into this game with the New York Giants, the G-Man, led by Joe Judge, Daniel Jones at quarterback, and Daniel Jones have given the Bucs some issues, like Taylor Heineke. You know what? I'm sorry. I want to apologize too. I really want to apologize. I forgot to do this. I gotta stop doing this too. Let me give me some shout outs real quick. Exclusive Garvey, what up? CJ Warrior. Who else we got? Tony. We got a lot of people in here right now. I mean, you know, we got a little squad up here, you know. King Cook, what up? Tony. You know, hello everyone. You know what I'm saying? We got some 813 Sports. So, shouts out to you Pirates and Sea Bandits. Felix, what's up? So, Daniel Jones, back to the game preview. Daniel Jones has given the Bucs problems the last couple years, and we know about the heartbreak. You know, missed field goal. Bucs should have won that game. Finished the season 8-8, but they didn't. Or you know, we already talked about that. But you know, driving down the field on the Bucs defense, it seemed like the Bucs. Daniel Jones has a good read on the Bucs defense, just like Taylor Heineke, Sean McVay. Like there's certain teams, certain players, certain coaches Sean Payton just got to read on the Bucs defense, and Daniel Jones has given the Bucs defense problems these last years. And my concern with this game is, are we gonna see Danny Dimes dropping dimes? You know, dropping dimes. I mean, he got some weapons. You have Ingram, Kadarius Toney, Kenny Golladay. So it's not like he don't have any weapons. He actually got some decent weapons. You know, I'm not sure if Saquon playing. I didn't check the injury report on him. I think he's still out, but they still got some decent players. Jason Garrett is the offensive coordinator, and it just seemed like they just got a beat on the Bucs defense. You know what I'm saying? But we might see Danny Dimes. The way the Bucs defense been playing the last couple of weeks against below average quarterbacks. Let's just be real. You know, Taylor Heineke and Trevor Siemian, man, they are below average quarterbacks, and they've had some really good games against the Bucs. And this is the frustrating thing about the Bucs defense. And remember, top 10 defense, top 10 roster, and I just don't see it right now. I just don't see the defense being a top level defense because they keep having these bogus games. You know, they keep letting these non-threatening quarterbacks have a time of their life in the pocket. The D-line don't show up. They don't know how to rush the quarterback. Shaq Barrett goes stagnant and disappears. JPP barely getting in there. Can't even get around average right tackles. You know what I'm saying? Like left tackles. So the Bucs defense is not good right now. And granted, yes, there's injuries, but remember, top 5 roster. We should be able to overcome these injuries, and we should be able to beat teams like the Washington football team and the New York Giants. So you can't. How much excuses can you give? You know what I'm saying? Well, you can't have it both ways. You can't say the Bucs have a top level team, and then we got some injuries. Oh well, because we have injuries. You can't have it both ways. Which one is it? So what I want to see in this game, because I think this game's going to be tough, based on what I've seen from the Bucs these last 2 games. They're in a little bit of funk right now. The Bucs are in a little bit of a funk, and they'll figure it out. But I just think this game will be tough at the beginning, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'll get to the final score at the end of this video. But the Bucs got to be very careful with this game because this can be one of those weird games against a team that not expected to win, but they put up a fight, and you look up in the fourth quarter, you like, man, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? In the fourth quarter, it's like, 17-20. You know what I'm saying? And that's a scary sight. So we definitely don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want to be careful on how we view this game. And much as I want to say blowout, I can't do that. And like I said, I'll get to the score in a little bit, but you just got to be careful because this one of those games where the team has played us the last couple years. They know our personnel. Joe Judge, he got that Belichick stench on him, so he kind of know how to put together a game plan. The Giants defense is going to be tough. So I really want to see the Bucs run the ball effectively. This will be the perfect game to run the ball and establish a good physical, tough game. Stop being finesse. Stop with this bombs over Baghdad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Throwing 45 times a game and, trying to get these stats and records and all this stuff. Just run the ball. You know what I'm saying? I keep asking this. I don't know why I keep asking this. It's not difficult. The Bucs have made these last 2 games harder than what it should be. Too much pressure on Tom Terrific. Too much pressure. Too much pressure on Tom Brady. He can't do it all himself, and he's obviously trying because he's overcompensating for injuries of his number 1B and his number 2A. Gronkowski and Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown clearly is not ready to play, and they keep overcompensating. Brady's overcompensating, and Leftwich is overcompensating because Brady don't have his main 2 guys. I mean, literally his main. Look, say what you want to say about Godwin and Evans, but his main 2 guys is Gronkowski and Brown, guys that were not drafted by the Bucs, that were brought in, already established in their careers. He needs those guys, not the Bucs receivers. See the difference? He needs his guys. Let's just call it how I see it. I'm just calling it what I see because he's overcompensating. He's throwing the ball to Leonard Fournette quite a bit. Wide receiver screen, Chris Godwin. That's not going to get you nothing. That's not going to go anywhere. No explosion. We don't have the deep threats. There's some things that's missing. So what Brady's doing, he's trying his best. Don't get me wrong, he's trying his best, but it's not good right now. And it'll get better, but this is one of those games you got to be careful. The Giants are no slouch. Don't think about this game as, oh yeah, we're gonna blow them out. Like we're supposed to blow the Saints out. We're supposed to blow the Washington football team out, and then we take L's, and then all I hear is excuses and crying. So go into this game, be a little humble during this game, because I'm gonna be very humble, because my mind is already set. I know our team is struggling in multiple areas. Special teams, defensively, offensively, lack of running game, all this 45 times throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of those games I think the Bucs should be very balanced. Be balanced. Because this is what teams are doing. They want the Bucs to run the ball, and the Bucs just don't want to do it. They rather bombs away. You just got to take what the defense give you. Byron Leftwich, Bruce Arians, put the game plan together properly. Take what the defense give you. If they're going to put 7 in the box, 6 in the box, run the ball. Take the pressure off Tom Brady, because he's pressing right now. It's pretty obvious. He's pressing. Turning the ball over, no running game. There's no threat to run the ball. Play action don't fool nobody now. And when Brady get pressure, he gets the gadgety, fidgety. What do you play action and you're not running the ball? You're not running the ball effectively, so what are you play actioning? Why are you play action and you're not even running the ball effectively? When you play action, you running the ball effectively. Off of play action. You can throw the ball off of play action when you're running the ball effectively, and the Bucs can't do that right now. Remember, all you heard was if the Bucs want to be a top 10 running team, they can be. Well, this is the time to do it. These next couple games is the time for the running game to show up. It is time. It's 9 weeks into the season. It's time for this running game to show up. The weather's getting cold. This is where you're going to find the real tough teams. It's going to separate from the finesse teams. I don't want the Bucs to continue to be a finesse team. I want the Bucs to be sometimes grind victories out. Last week would have been a great victory for the Bucs as far as a mental roadblock. The Bucs got to be able to grind some victories out. And I think the Giants might give us some problems. I don't know how long, but I think they're going to give us some problems. That's just my personal opinion, because I'm not saying the Giants match up really well against the Bucs, but they match up decent. So, Mike Evans, he got to get more than 4 targets. He can't. Is the only route he's running a go route? Is the only route that Chris Godwin can run is a quick screen or crossover to the middle? Is that it? Is that the only routes they can run? Where's the other routes? Where's the curls, the deep ends, the deep posts, the deep slants, the comebacks? Scheming some guys open instead of trying to go to a spot. Just scheme them open. If they in an area that they're supposed to be open, throw it. 2nd and 5, run the ball. And these penalties got to stop. Offensively and defensively, these penalties got to stop. It's getting out of hand. It's getting ridiculous. That is the reflection of the coach. These penalties are Arians' fault. And Lethwich and Bowles. They got to get these guys under control. They can't, the Bucs can't even get out of their own way. But Evans need more targets. Godwin needs to run more better routes. Or more diversification of routes. Of a route tree, route combinations. The deep ball was going to be there during the game, but you ain't got to force it like he did last game. He didn't force deep ball to Evans. But Evans needs more than 4 targets. He needs more than 2 catches. Because the Bucs offense is easy to defend right now. Because I can call it out. And I'm just a regular old fan. I can call the Bucs offense out what they're going to run out of formations. When the Bucs go trips right, trips left, they're going to run crossing routes to confuse you. So Brady can throw the ball over the middle. It's very simple. They're not doing the dynamic. If the Bucs come out trips right, trips left with motion to the left or right, you know what's going to happen. A wide receiver screen. Or they come out trips twins left, single right. They're going to motion the receiver to the left side. And you know how this works. It's not hard to defend the Bucs offense. There was no explosion there. No tight end. The tight ends ain't really doing. They can't separate. We already know Evans and Godwin are not great separators. Leonard Fournette can catch the ball, but he sometimed it. The ball got to be thrown directly at him. So these are things that I recognize about the Bucs offense that are very simplistic. They need to be a little bit more dynamic, like as far as like scheming wise. They doing the motions and the play actions and stuff like that, but the route combinations are very simple. They're not doing nothing they're not scheming. Lethwich is not scheming guys open. He's basically saying, okay, Brady, this is the route right here. Scheme the guys open. And Lethwich need to do a better job calling plays too. He's not been calling good plays these last couple of weeks, and it showed. And it's reflecting on the field. Remember, that starts with coaching first. The turnovers are not just Brady's fault. It's the coaching, putting him in positions to turn the ball over or get sacks or don't make bad passes. And Arians came out and said Brady needs to sit in the pocket a little bit longer to throw the ball, take a hit. That's not Brady's game. Hut, 1, 2, 3. Hut, 2.4. Hut, 2.3. Hut, 2.5. That's his game. He's not going to stay in the pocket. That is not his game. Arians, don't you know that? He's not a no-risk-it, no-biscuit quarterback. Arians is frustrated because he can't really run his offense. That's why you start to see him say the silly stuff he's saying now. This team is dumb. Great call, Aaron. Really, Arians, that's a reflection on you, because if you're calling your team dumb right now, then you're dumb. Wanting Brady to be no risky, he needs to stand up. He needs to hold the ball a little bit longer. The routes are there. That's not his game. It never was. Stop it. He needs to hold the ball a little bit longer. No, man. 2.4, 2.5, 2.47, whatever. That's him. The play got to be open. First read. And if he got to sit in the pocket a little bit longer, he gets a little skittish. Haven't you seen the last couple of weeks? When he sits in the pocket a little bit longer, you get those weird throws from him. Like, what was that? Why was that a low throw? Why was that a bad throw? Why was that throw like that? Because he gets skittish. When Brady don't have, I noticed this, when Brady don't have his first read, he gets a little skittish. He gets very skittish. Like, oh, he starts to panic a little bit. Now, sometimes he'll make good passes in his second and third read, but these last couple of weeks, in certain situations, he throws that ball away really quick. Even when the pressure don't even really get to him. Like, you can see the pressure coming, but he'll be like, just hold the ball another 0.2 of a second and then throw it. Why are you throwing the ball? Like, you can see he'll throw the ball to the ground, he'll dirt the ball, throw it real low, and it's like, if he just would have held the ball a little bit longer, the throw is there. He don't want to take a hit. And Arians' offense, when he calls those no risk and no biscuit plays, he wants Brady to take a hit, and Brady don't want to do that. Brady's on the scrambler, so he's not going to take a hit. So that's why you see those balls being thrown to the ground or thrown at the receiver feet or bad throws. You know? That's why you see that. That's why you see those bad throws. You're like, what was that? He's not gonna wait another second. That's not like, look at the Redskins game. Look at the Washington football team game. It was a couple throws. Just hold the ball another 0.2 of a second, then throw it. No, it's he's just ready to. When he hits that back drop, that back step, he want that ball out of his hand. He's a rhythm guy. Because if you're gonna run this New England no risk no biscuit mix up, when you call those no risk no biscuit plays, he's not gonna hold the ball. Brady throws a lot of low balls. And you notice he don't throw low balls to Evans. Can't do it. It's not Evans' game. Brady throws a lot of, last couple weeks, he's thrown a lot of low balls and a lot of weird throws. It was like, what was that? Like high throws or throws that was not even on target. See, Brady works well with guys with quick separation. Welker, Edelman, Hogan, Kevin Falk, James White. He works very well with receivers like that. Quick separation. When you're slow and plotty, like Mike Evans, talking about his route running skills. Godwin is good at route running, but Godwin is not super fast. Not his cuts. Godwin is a steady guy. Brady like those quick guys. Why you don't think you don't see a lot of throws? Like you go back and look at the New England offense. You can see the similarities in the Bucs offense and the New England's offense, but New England's offense was so much crispier. And the Bucs are trying to run it, and they're having a difficult time, and the teams know exactly what they're doing. So, offensively, they got to make some things. They got to correct some things, and they can do it this game. They will. I got faith in my team. They're going to correct these things. All these things I'm talking about, they might sound pessimistic and being negative, but these are things I'm showing you guys that if I'm seeing it, I know you're seeing it. You know, the running game is there. They got to use it. Sometimes you got to run the ball 35 times. I understand. Like I said, I understand. I get it. We got all these receivers, but you're not explosive. So to create explosive plays, you run the ball effectively. Running the ball effectively creates explosive plays in the passing game. You can hit them with real play action because when the Bucs run play action right now, it's not fooling anybody. I can tell when the Bucs running play action. I'm like, this is going to be a play action play. Who are you fooling? If I can see it, I know the defense can see it. Tendencies, folks. It's called tendencies. The Bucs are not together right now. They got to get it together. And it starts with this game. And they will get it together. It might take a couple series, but they will get it together in this game. I believe so. I believe they will get it together. Now, defensively, Danny Dimes cannot have a big game. Because if you give Danny Dimes confidence, he's going to shred the Bucs. He's going to shred the Bucs if the Bucs defense don't get pressure. Because that secondary is not going to hold up. Because Danny Dimes, here's the thing about Danny Dimes. He can run. And he will run. And he can run the read option. Shaq, Barrett, JVP, be on your cues. Be on your cues in that read option. Because Danny Dimes, he's going to run around a little bit. He's going to run around and make some plays with his feet. Devin White contain. Tackle. Tackle with your shoulder pass. Tackle with your shoulder pass, not with your arms and your hands. Form tackle. Devin White. Stop grabbing. Stop tackling high. And grabby. I got the grabby jersey. Stop that. Tackle. The Bucs got to do a better job tackling. They got to do a better job getting pressure on the quarterback. No Vita, so the Giants going to run the ball. Nacho, William Golson, got to step up. And you remember now when Vita was out, the running game was, the run defense was, Vita was that's a big blow for the Bucs. But remember, we got depth, right? Top 5 roster. We'll be able to overcome Vita's injury, right? See, I told y'all, all this stuff playing out, sometimes you got to let things play out. You got to let things play out and you got to see things for yourself. We about to see some issues with that run defense. They're going to make some plays, don't get me wrong. But Antoine Winfield Jr., I guarantee you, Todd Bowles play him a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. He's going to have to. He's a really good tackler, and he finds a way to the ball. Jordan Whitehead's going to play closer to the line of scrimmage. Depending on formation. You might see Jordan Whitehead in the box, or you might see Antoine Winfield. I want to see him blitz more. I want to see Antoine Winfield blitz more. I really do. I think he's just one of those guys, just like a Tyrann Mathieu, Bob Sanders type guy. You know, he just gets there. You know, get the ball be around him somewhere. He can make a turnover. He can make something happen. You need to play him a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage and make a turnover, get a sack or something. I think Antoine Winfield is going to have a really good game come Monday night. I really do. Watch out for him. I think he's going to turn up a little bit. Devin White playing better now. Play like where you were drafted at. Because this season, prior to last week, you was not playing like you were where you were drafted at all. Remember, the Bucs drafted him over Josh Allen. I'm gonna keep plucking at it every time. I'm gonna keep plucking. I'm gonna keep reminding y'all. I want to see how those two careers turn out. Josh Allen, Devin White, pass rusher, what the Bucs sorely need. And also, speaking of pass rushers, Joe Tryon needs to play more. He has 3 sacks. His playing time, his snaps have went down since JPP back. Why? We have the more energetic young guy. Clearly, he's there to replace JPP next year. JPP will not be back next year. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. That's another person I'm going to say he's not going to be back next year. He is clearly going to get replaced by Joe Tryon. Joe Tryon needs to play more snaps. He just got energy. And when he plays, stop dropping him in coverage. He looks lost. Get him going forward first. Ty Bowles, all these weird blitzes, or these not weird blitzes, but these same old blitzes you're doing. Joe Tryon dropping coverage, Devin White blitz up the middle. Stop. Rush Joe Tryon. He got 3 sacks. JPP got 2.5. Joe Tryon needs more snaps. Period. End of discussion. We need some juice back there. If Shaq Barrett struggling a little bit, put 98 in there. That's right, number 98. Like he got a little juice in his legs. You got to get some energy in them pass rushers, man. You got to get some energy in that pass rushing. Because if we don't get no pass rush, folks, then it dime, touchdown, touchdown, running for a first down. Like, that's what we're going to see come Monday night if the Bucs don't get no pass rush. The Bucs are a top 10 defense, a top 10 pressure defense. They pressure a lot. Because when you have to pressure like that, you don't have any faith in your D-line. When you blitz like that, gee, because did y'all see the game last Sunday? When the Bucs were rushing 4. Nothing. They gotta rush Devin White to get pressure. That's not good. Because teams are gonna throw right to where he's blitzing at. If they block Devin White on that blitzing stuff, the Bucs secondary is cooked. Burnt toast, barbecue chicken. Russ Cockrell, barbecue chicken. Delaney, barbecue chicken. Jamel Dean holding it up, but why throw it over there when you got 2 other cornerbacks that's not really good? Look, Russ Cockrell's not really bad, but he has limitations. And D. Delaney, 15 yards off the ball. Out route. You know, Jordan Whitehead is not great in coverage. Devin White's not great in coverage. Lavonte David, he made a splash play last week, so hopefully he's number 1 guy. He's the captain. So I'm expecting Lavonte David to start to turn up a little bit because he's been very quiet as well. Let's be real. Lavonte David has been super quiet. Lavonte David has been super quiet, folks. I mean, like, is he playing? Like last week, that was his first impact play in a long time. I haven't seen Lavonte David outside of last week. What has he done? Remember, every year you get older, you don't get better. Lavonte David is over 30 now. And it's showing. As good as he's still good. Still a top level linebacker, but he's not like top 5. Not even close. I can name 5 to 7, maybe 10 linebackers playing way better than him right now. Still a good linebacker though. But he's not top 5 anymore. Them days is over with. There's too many good linebackers out there. Too many good ones. Too many young, good linebackers. And Lavonte David still can make impact plays like he did last week. Sometimes football, Father Time is undefeated. Rare exceptions can get past 30 and still play at a high level. And Lavonte David still playing at a really good level. But it's just he's not making the plays that he used to be making. But I think all these things, I'm pointing these things out. The bigger picture I want y'all to understand is the Bucs will turn it around. They will turn this around. They're just in a funk right now. They in a funk right now, and they'll get it right. Trust me. I got faith in them. Better get it right. And Shaq Barrett, where you at, fam? You get a lot of money to be getting blocked by average right tackles. Because you didn't do nothing against New Orleans right tackle. You didn't do nothing against Ryan Ramczyk. You didn't do nothing against the Redskins right tackle. JPP pretty much washed. He's injury prone and washed. Let's just call it how we see it. JPP is kind of washed. He's halfway washed. Playing with injuries. That's the worst thing you can do at D lineman at that age. Ineffective. Ego. Sit down, JPP, and let Joe Tryon play. Right. I mentioned this earlier. When you look at last week's game and you look at this week's coming game on Monday, there's not much of a difference between the Washington football team and the Giants. What's the big difference? Taylor Heineke, Daniel Jones, Galladay, Kadarius Toney, Terry McLaurin, you know what I'm saying? They got some, you know what I'm saying, Everett Ingram, Ricky Seals, you know what I'm saying? Very defensively, they got a nice D-line. Nice little secondary. Very similar build. So it's going to be a struggle at the beginning. We're going to see some 3-and-outs. Don't get mad. We get some 3-and-outs. Don't get mad, folks. We can't score every time we touch the ball. It just doesn't work like that. So when you get a 3-and-out, don't get mad. So, and now also special teams been kind of struggling a little bit. Now, Jaden Lawler had a couple good returns, but Ryan Suckup missed the kick last week. It was ugly. So I'm expecting a better game all around for the Bucs. More discipline. They better be disciplined. So, but let me get to this final prediction scoreboard. The score is going to be, in my opinion, this is based on what I've seen in the last 2 weeks with the Bucs offense. They'll have some yards. 27-23, Bucs win. And a tough game. The Bucs will make enough plays to win. We have the better talent. We have the better coach. We have the better roster. You know, and we playing for something right now, folks. We can't lose this game because that'd be 6-4. The Saints got the Eagles. I forgot who the Panthers and the Falcons playing, but the Saints got the Eagles. If we lose this game, that's 6-4, and the Saints win, they're 6-4. Guess what? We're behind them. We go 6-4. We got me. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna win the game 27-23. But if we lose this game, stay tuned for that video, because it can get really ugly after that. It can get really ugly if we lose this game. I mean, like literally go this way. Like this is I'm not saying it's a must-win game, but it's a must-win game because you don't want to have a 3-game losing streak. Now here come the what's going on Bucs? What's wrong with the Bucs? I mean, nothing's wrong with Tom Brady. It's the Bucs. What's going on with the Bucs? You know, but you know they like to divide the Bucs. You know, they like to put Tom Brady over here and put the Bucs over here. You know, they're gonna start pointing the finger. They gonna point the finger at Tom. They're gonna point at the Bucs. They're gonna be like, oh, what's going on with the Bucs defense? What's going on with the Bucs offense? I mean, Tom Brady can't carry the offense and defense. Like what? You know me, I don't play that crap. But it's not a must win, but it's a must win. Because 3-game losing streak, confidence is shot. That confidence, Bucs, man, the Bucs are a fragile team right now. Fragile. You can tell they're walking on eggshells right now. Watch, you see at the beginning of the game, they're gonna be on eggshells. They ain't gonna want to mess up. No false starts, no personal fouls. You know, so the Bucs on eggshells right now. They're gonna struggle a little bit at the beginning, but they'll get it together. Damn, it's a home game. It's a home game, right? Oh, so the Panthers got okay, that's right. The Washington football team is going. Panthers is going to Washington football team, and then we got the Giants Monday night. So there, this is the Falcons gonna lose to the Patriots. They're gonna get blowed out. Yeah, that's a blowout. Yeah, the Patriots about to be 7-4. So we got a home game against the Giants. The Panthers going to Washington football team, FedEx Field. So the Saints got the Eagles. So let me see. The Patriots beat the Falcons, so we ain't got to worry about them. The Panthers might beat the Washington football team. And that make the Panthers 6-5. Damn. And then the Eagles and Saints game, that's a weird game there. That's a toss-up. That's a toss-up game. But if I had to edge it, I'll edge it to the Saints. Because they got the better coach. I'll edge that game to the Saints. Edge it. Because the Saints are on the brink of falling apart. But I'm gonna edge that game to the Saints, so that'll make them 6-4. And I got us winning that game against the Giants, so we'll be 7-3. So there you go, folks. The NFC South and what the Bucs need to do: win your division, win this game. This is a really good game for the Bucs to get their confidence back, get their swagger back too, and get a little physical because it's getting cold out there, folks. It's time to get physical. I got little muscles too now. Time to get physical. Stop playing with this. I gotta break all the records. Man, nah. Run the ball. I want to see 25 rushes. 25 rushes. I don't care what happens. 25 rushes. They can throw the ball 40 times. I'm cool with that. Long as they got 25 rushes. Throw the ball all over the field. That's fine. Run the ball 25 times. Give it a chance. Give Fournette 20 carries. I want to see Fournette get 20 carries. 18. Anyway, I think I rambled along enough. 27-23, Bucs win 7-3. Still staying on top of the NFC South. Going on the back end of the stretch of the season. Just get real, folks. Don't get scared. Relax. Breathe, folks. We're going to be okay. 14-3, right? Because they already got 3 losses, so we got to win 8 in a row. For my prediction to go right, they got to win 8 in a row, folks. 8 in a row. And it starts Monday night. Monday night, 8 in a row. 14-3. Let's go. 27-23. With that being said, shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits for joining another episode of Locker Room Talk with BucosLocker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. With that being said, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, hashtag no risky, no biscuit, hashtag facts over feelings, hashtag bombs away, hashtag what you doing, Bucs? What you doing? Win the game. I'll see y'all Monday. Or maybe later on this week. We'll see.